Welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who believes real stories carry real emotions, the kind that stay with you long after they end, then you're now makes this stories alive. Then you're in that right place. Make sure to subscribe and press that like button. It truly helps this channel grow.
The cemetery was quiet. Too quiet. A cold breeze whispered through the rows of headstones, carrying the scent of rain-soaked earth. It was the kind of silence that pressed against your chest. Heavy, suffocating. A black luxury car rolled slowly to a stop near the far end of the cemetery. The driver stepped out first, quickly opening the rear door. A woman emerged. Elegant. Composed. Untouchable. At least, that's what the world believed. Her name was Evelyn Cross. A billionaire. A business empire in her hands. Feared in boardrooms. Admired in magazines. And completely alone. In her hand, she held a bouquet of white lilies. Her heels clicked softly against the gravel path as she walked. Each step deliberate, practiced. But as she reached a certain grave, she stopped. Her composure cracked. Just slightly. The name carved into the stone read, Lily Cross. Below it, beloved daughter. Forever 8. Evelyn inhaled sharply. Hi, sweetheart, she whispered. Her voice trembled, something no one in the world had ever heard. She knelt down, placing the flowers carefully. I brought your favorites. A pause. I know I'm late. Her fingers brushed the engraved letters. I had meetings, investors, people who needed something from me. Her voice softened, breaking. But I needed you. The wind picked up. And then, a sound. Soft. Almost hidden. A child's quiet sniffle. Evelyn frowned. She wasn't supposed to hear anyone else hear. This section was private, reserved, exclusive. She turned. And there, a few rows away, she saw them. A man. And a little girl. The man was kneeling beside a grave, his shoulders shaking. His clothes were simple, worn. A janitor's uniform, slightly faded. Beside him stood a little girl, no older than 5, clutching his arm. Papa, don't cry, the girl whispered. Evelyn's breath caught. She shouldn't have been watching. This wasn't her world. But something about them held her there. The man wiped his eyes quickly, trying to compose himself. I'm okay, princess, he said softly. You said that yesterday, the girl replied innocently. Evelyn felt something twist in her chest. The man let out a small, broken laugh. I know. I'm trying. The little girl looked at the grave. Is Mama still sleeping? Silence. Heavy. Crushing. The man nodded slowly. Yes, she's resting. When will she wake up? His lips trembled. I don't know. Evelyn turned away. She shouldn't be hearing this. This grief. This raw, unfiltered pain. It wasn't polished like hers. It wasn't hidden behind power and wealth. It was real. And it hurt to witness. But then, the little girl said something that made Evelyn freeze. Maybe she's playing with that girl. The man blinked. What girl? The one in the pretty dress, the child said, pointing. Evelyn's heart skipped. The little girl was pointing. At Lily's grave. At her daughter. Evelyn slowly turned back. What do you mean? The father asked gently. I see her sometimes, the girl said simply. She sits there and smiles. The man forced a smile. That's nice, sweetheart. But Evelyn couldn't breathe. Children imagine things. That's what adults said. But the way the girl spoke, it wasn't imagination. It was certainty. Evelyn stepped forward before she could stop herself. Excuse me. The man turned, startled, quickly standing up. I'm sorry, he said nervously. We didn't mean to intrude. This section, I know it's private. It's fine, Evelyn said quietly. Her eyes were on the little girl. What's your name? The child looked up at her without fear. Anna. Evelyn softened. Anna, you said you see a girl? Anna nodded. She wears white. And she's not sad. Evelyn's throat tightened. Does she say anything? Anna smiled. She says she misses her mommy. That was it. Evelyn broke. Tears spilled down her face before she could stop them. The man panicked slightly. I'm so sorry, we didn't mean to upset you. That's my daughter, Evelyn whispered. Silence fell. The man's expression changed instantly, from nervousness to understanding. I'm sorry for your loss, he said softly. Evelyn nodded, unable to speak. Anna stepped closer. She's not alone, the little girl said gently. Evelyn looked down at her. She plays with my mama sometimes. The words were simple, but they hit like a storm. Evelyn knelt slowly in front of Anna. Your mama, what was her name? Maria, the girl said proudly. Evelyn glanced at the nearby grave. Maria Alvarez, beloved wife and mother. The janitor lowered his gaze. It's been 3 months, he said quietly. Cancer. Evelyn closed her eyes briefly. I'm sorry. He gave a small nod. I clean offices downtown, night shifts mostly. Anna stays with me. We come here every Sunday. Evelyn noticed the man's hands, rough, worn, marked by years of hard work. So different from hers. Yet their pain was the same. She stood up slowly. You work nights? Yes. Where? He hesitated. Cross Tower. Evelyn blinked. Her building. Her company. You're one of my employees, she said quietly. The man stiffened. I didn't know. It doesn't matter, Evelyn interrupted. And for the first time in years, it truly didn't. She looked at Anna. Do you like ice cream? Anna's eyes lit up. The father hesitated. We don't want to trouble you. It's not trouble, Evelyn said. It's something I'd like. A long pause. Then the man nodded. Okay. That afternoon changed everything. What started as a simple visit became a routine. Evelyn found herself returning, not just to Lily's grave but to them. To Anna's laughter. To the man's quiet strength. His name was Daniel. He worked tirelessly, never complaining, never asking for help. Until one day, Evelyn asked him something unexpected. Why didn't you ever apply for assistance? Insurance? Support programs? Daniel shook his head. Paperwork, time. I just focused on getting through each day. Evelyn studied him. You deserve more than just surviving. He smiled faintly. So do you. The words lingered. That night, Evelyn sat alone in her penthouse. But something felt different. Less empty. For the first time in years. She wasn't just thinking about loss. She was thinking about connection. Weeks turned into months. Evelyn made sure Anna had everything she needed. Education. Healthcare. Warm clothes. But more importantly, time. She showed up. Not as a billionaire. Not as a boss. But as someone who understood grief. One evening, Anna ran up to her excitedly. She said something new. Evelyn knelt. Who? The girl in white. Evelyn's heart raced. What did she say? Anna grinned. She said thank you. Evelyn froze. For what? Anna pointed at herself. Then at Evelyn. For taking care of us. Tears filled Evelyn's eyes again. But this time, they didn't feel heavy. They felt warm. Healing. A year later, the cemetery looked different. Not because it changed, but because Evelyn had. She stood between two graves now. Lily's. And Maria's. Anna held her hand. Daniel stood beside them. Not as a stranger. Not as an employee. But as family. Evelyn placed fresh flowers down. Hi, sweetheart, she whispered. We're okay. She smiled softly. Actually, we're more than okay. Anna looked up at her. Do you think they can see us? Evelyn nodded. Yes. Anna smiled. Then we should smile too. Evelyn laughed gently. And for the first time since she lost her daughter, it didn't hurt to do so.
Sometimes life doesn't heal you by giving back what you lost. It heals you by giving you someone who understands it. And in the quietest place, among grief and memories, a lonely billionaire didn't just find tears, a reason to live again.